Good morning, everybody. It's Denise with Lazy K Mountain Homestead. Well, I thought I would take you out to the gardens this morning so I can get down the steps without tripping and pick some broccoli. It is time to pick broccoli, and I am so excited. We've got some big heads out there. I had grown a lot of broccoli to sell this year, but with my mom getting sick and everything, we decided that we weren't going to do that and we would just grow it in our gardens because I wasn't sure when I'd have to run up back and forth to Virginia, which was no problem because she's more important than that. So anyway, please overlook the weeds in this broccoli. It kind of got ahead of us, but everything else looks great. There's the corn. And on the other side of that, we've got some beautiful potatoes, white potatoes. They're just starting to bloom. And then I've got some Pontiacs here. And I can see I've got a lot of weeds in between there, but this is the mess. The weeds are high, but I've got some others that I've been able to take care of that are in raised beds. But with me being gone and Willis being gone, we haven't been able to really keep up with the weeds. But let me walk in there and show you what we've got here. Got all kinds of broccoli. There's a beautiful head. These are some coming up. Oh, look at that one down there. I've got a lot to do today. But I'm going to go ahead and start harvesting them, but let me walk you over first to where the beans are. We had some more rain last night, and I am not complaining about that. Here are some of our tomatoes. Most of these are celebrity. We like them for canning. They're doing good. We've got some already having tomatoes on them. And then over here, we've got our beans. We've got several different kinds of beans. Well, let me show you this first. We've got squash and cucumbers. And I see some of the squash is starting to bloom. Yay! That means fried squash, squash pie. Yay! I love it. And the beans, we have case knife, white half runners. Let's see if I can get out here. I don't want to sink too much from you can see everything's wet from the rain last night. And then we've got rattlesnake. That's something new. Kelly had given us some seeds, so we're trying them this year. And then on the end, I've got 2 bush beans, which I thought was really cool. I got them from Shumway. And this row here is the 15 bean soup. Like you buy in the store, 15 beans. Well, every plant is different, so it'll be 15 beans for the soup. And you let them bloom. As you can see, they're blooming. They've got really pretty little purple blooms. And then you let them dry so you can get the dried bean out, and then you use it for soup. So, and then on this row here is chili bean mix. And it's, I think, 5 different kinds of chili bean. White bean, dark kidney bean, light kidney bean. And then there was a couple like cranberry beans in there. So that's something different. You have to let them dry too. So let's go over here. I see my cucumbers are starting to vine out. That's good. I had to replant them. We had some chickens that decided they wanted to see if there's any honeybees in there this morning. I don't see any yet. Usually they're out this early, but look at the beautiful blossoms. These are zucchini. But anyways, the chickens, they went in here and they dug up all of my seeds. So I had to replant, but I think everything's looking good. Boy, I do have to mow again. And you see Duchess, she's going through the garden. This is her first year with us because she's not even a year old. We've had to try to train her not to go in the garden and dig up stuff. And let's see here. And our place is always something going on. We have always have some kind of project. So if you see building materials everywhere, that's why. Now this raised bed kind of fell apart, but we went ahead and planted some tomatoes. I need to get in there and weed. And I've got some, let's see if you can see them. Let me see. Right there are some blueberries. Not many, but this is a strawberry patch. And I need to get in there and weed again. With all this rain, it's been hard to keep up with the weeds. They're faster than the plants. Of course, there's my grape arbor. Not doing that great this year, but not every year can be a grape year. But look at the plums. Oh my gosh. These two trees are loaded. These are called Chickasaw cherry plums. They're native to Tennessee. And I'll show you because look at the thicket. This is just from them falling. And I have planted lots of these plum trees. The bees love them. Oh, look at the bees. They're doing good over there too. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. See my bees. I think you can see them. I'll be harvesting the honey soon. But there's my beehives. They're doing good. Surrounded by blackberries. And then last but not least, well, it's not really last. I've got raised beds in the back, but these are more tomatoes. This is all different kinds of heirlooms because we love them. They're doing good, but look at all of the little weeds that come up every time it rains. Oh my gosh, I have to get in there with my stirrup hoe. So let me run around back and show you my raised beds real fast. This little flower garden is doing well. I think it's really, let me see if I can, there we go. I had you zoomed out. There we go. And there's Beggar Boy. Things are starting to bloom. And then, of course, we got the pool up and going. We got everybody coming over for the 4th of July. And these hostas are just showing out. Beautiful. Clematis or clematis, however you say it. This was gorgeous, and now it's coming back. And let's see here. Greenhouse is done for the year. So let's go back behind here. Oh, look at this winter wheat, guys. Wilson and I are going to try to harvest this. Look at that. We use it as a cover crop. That is actual wheat. How cool is that? It's something new for us. We didn't get to turn it under because the tractor broke down. So we're going to actually try to harvest what we can. But isn't that golden grain? Beautiful. And then we will hopefully turn that into flour. We'll see. But here are some more broccoli that we had in raised beds. And these guys look like they are ready to be harvested too. Boy, am I going to be busy in the next few minutes. And then over here we have more weed projects. Oh, okay. I was going to say more tomatoes here. We had a lot of tomatoes. Like I said, we were going to sell them, but decided against it. And I've got carrots in here. They look good. And these are radishes that bolted, and I really need to get those into the goats. And I'm kind of ashamed to show you this one, but I will anyways, because it's real life. These are onions. I had the trellis down so the chickens wouldn't get in there and dig them out. And I've got to weed. Since I've been back from Virginia, I've got a lot to catch up with. But when all this broccoli and cabbage is done, broccoli's first, we've got a lot of things to go ahead and, there's Annie over there, replace. We've got peppers to plant, and then we've got sweet potatoes to plant. And I think that'll be it for the garden this year. Everything else will be coming in, so we'll have a lot to do. Okay, I'm going to go in here, but I couldn't find my stirrup hoe because it's missing in action. When I go away, the mice will play, so I don't know where all that is. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of disturb some of these weeds and make sure we don't have any snakes. We have had some copperheads around here, and we've also had some black snakes, which I don't mind them. Let me see if I can... But I don't want to get bit by them either. So. Anyways, the ground is a little wet and probably a little bit cold for snakes, but you never know. I'm just kind of going in here and disturbing this stuff right now. Possibly I'll get rid of them if there's anybody in there. So, I'm a little, if you see me wincing, it's because I hurt my hip. I don't know what it is. I had x-rays yesterday. And my doctor told me, who's a lady, it could be for menopause. So I'm like, what more for menopause? So girls, be forewarned. Menopause is not your friend. So, she said there's a big muscle that gets thick after menopause. I'm like, what else doesn't get thick after menopause, right? So, and it kind of tightens and makes it so your hip has a lot of pain. It could be a stress fracture, but we'll see. But hopefully it's not bad. So I'm going to go in here and get these broccolis. Enough about me. All right, let's see what we've got in here. I'm not sure you can actually see me because my camera keeps tilting. Let's see. There you go. Maybe? I could probably bring it in a little bit. There we go. I got a really nice one. Look at that. It's as big as my head. These are, I think, Waltham 29, this type of cabbage. I've got a few that I'm bypassing because I want them to get bigger. Oh wow, they're so nice. Beautiful. I have to make sure, I haven't seen the little blue butterflies yet. They're the ones that come and lay the eggs, and then the worms, and they get all in the broccoli, and then it's just gross. I am not a fan of getting the worm. Oh wow. Wow, wait till you see this one, guys. Look at that. It's amazing. I don't like getting the worm. They spin a web. It's really gross. And it's really hard to get out, even with vinegar. We got some cabbages in there. Now these broccoli will have offshoots. So when you harvest your broccoli, let it go for at least one more time with offshoots, and you'll have nice little florets that you can pick and use and either can, freeze, or eat. All right, let's go on down here and see. I've got blackberries to contend with too. My goodness. Oh, wow. Okay. It's going to be like taking a bath in here. I've got some more on the other side. Let me grab them real fast. Put my knife in there. So let's move the camera. Okay, I think you can see me. Look at the size of this. It's massive. All right, I've got quite a few here. My goodness. Oh, I just love this. Now, some of them may not be huge, but when they start to do that and have a little yellow on them, you do want to pick them because they're done. And I can see that we had some kind of bug in here, and I'll probably leave this plant right here as a sacrifice plant. I know that sounds awful, but there's always one in the garden. And sometimes it's weeds that you'll notice that the bugs, mosquitoes, the bugs go after. Leave that plant there. And especially if you're organic farming. I'm kind of half and half. I try not to spray anything if I don't have to, but sometimes we do. Oh, wow, look at all the blackberries. I'll turn that so you guys can see that in a minute. But since we've got the bugs on that one, I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of these. Beautiful. Because that tells me there's something here that wants to eat my broccoli. And I want to eat it before they do. Oh, wow. Okay. Inside here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Beautiful broccoli. Look at that. We tried our best to keep the chickens out, but also we have a few free rangers, and then we've got some that we have up during garden season, and then we let them free range in the fall and winter and early spring, and then we put them back in there because they'll just tear up the garden no matter what kind of fence we have. I see another big one in here. Well, if you guys can see it, let me point it out. Let's see, did I lose it? Right here. That's a big one. This big tomato cage, I can't even move it because the broccoli has grown all around it. That's a nice one. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go get my other bucket. I have filled this bucket. Hold on. Okay, I've got my other bucket. I'm just gonna kind of walk down this next spot right here and see if I've got any ready. If not, we'll go ahead and go down to that raised bed that's got them. Trying not to step on these Pontiac potatoes. Okay, there's none in here that are really ready yet. I might go ahead and grab that one over there. Let's see if I can get through this way. Yeah. The only reason I'm harvesting this big one is because you can see it's starting to turn yellow. I mean, the small one is starting to turn yellow. Got some cabbages in here. Wow. Okay, I think that's it for this broccoli patch. Believe it or not, you need to, when your broccoli's coming in, you need to check it every day, especially if you have rain. They grow overnight, and you could have a small broccoli next morning have one as big as my hand. So let's go on down here to the raised beds. Now, like I said, check your broccoli every morning, because at night they do grow. Just like this guy right here. He was just tiny yesterday. I can see we've got some bug bites. So let me go ahead and harvest these. To get the knife. Okay. All right. This is so exciting. All right, let me see here. I guess you can see that. Yes. Now, if I didn't have any evidence of bugs, I would probably let these go another day. This one I'm going to, oh wow, this is a big one here. Look at that, beautiful. I've got some on the other side too that I see are huge. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Raise it up, there we go. Oh wow. What a blessing, such a blessing to have this. I know seeds are really expensive now, but you can see how many broccoli we have. And we did give, I think, Kelly some broccoli. So we have shared, plus we've got all this. And for me, it's worth it because you know where it came from, you know what you put on it, and that makes a difference to us. And it really should to everybody. We've gotten so used to, and I'll be honest, my generation, my dad's generation, we didn't think that much. Some of us did, but we didn't think that much about the chemicals that we were putting on things. And now there's all kinds of diseases running rampant, and they're kind of tying things into it. I'm not going to go into political stuff or anything, but I just think we need to be more aware of what we put into our bodies. And that meat too, if you're able, spider web, and if you're able to grow, that it's important that you do. Or go to the farmer's market, your local farmer's market. I don't even know how many I've gotten so far. Wow. I don't want to miss anybody. See what we've got. Probably have 3 or 4 in that one still. I just harvested a few. Wow, I need to get in here. Okay, let's see here. You guys can see where I am. I've got to take down some fencing. So let me do that and I'll be back. Sorry about Annie barking in the background, but she's always barking. She's got a really nice area, but she wants to be out, but we live too close to the road. The size of that one. To let her loose like Duchess. Now Duchess, I got her on the leash right now because I can't watch her, but for the most part, she will stay away from the road. But we have tractor trailers and things that come down our road that I don't want to have my babies in the road because my animals are like my babies. Wow, we've got some beauties in here. My gosh, I think I've got both these buckets filled. I'm just so impressed with this. This is amazing. I can actually get in here because I'm too short. And then I got another one over there. There's one there, one over here. This nice one here. And I also have horseradish growing in here. That's a really beneficial root. Horseradish for a lot of things. I think people have kind of gotten away from horseradish. It may be a regional thing, but we grew up with horseradish and always ate it on things, and I use it for my fire cider. There we go. Because it's very beneficial for your immune system. Now that's my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but I do take a teaspoon or tablespoon every morning before my coffee. But anyway, guys, look at this. I've got 2 of these. Let me go ahead and get myself back up to the house. I'll show you what I've got. Hey guys, look at my bounty. Isn't this gorgeous? I don't know how many I have, but I think I've got like 10 more out there that are maybe that big. I will look at them tomorrow. I may have to harvest them tomorrow. But today I'm going to be busy in the kitchen. And what I do, I may do a little video on it. If you're interested, I'll post it. But what I do is I cut each one of the florets off and I blanch them and then I freeze them in the freezer on a cookie tray. We have used to do the old way where you blanch the whole thing and you let it drain and then you put it in a baggie and put it in the freezer. But we have found that even though it tastes good, it's easier to do it this way. It may be more time consuming, let me back that up, but to get the florets, and they're all individual just like when you buy them at the store. And we also use the stems, the stalks or whatever too, because they're good too and they're really good in soup. So when I do the video, I'll post that too, but I'm going to close this one from the harvest of this morning. I'm so excited. I hope you'll share that joy with me. Love it. Lazy K Mountain Homestead. Guys, have a great day. Bye.